Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Muslim, this is a nazm from Bang-e-Dra number 117 by Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal. It's a very lengthy nazm, and if you read it, you can see that there are two different parts to this nazm. Okay, so there is one part at the top, and then at the end, there's the topic is different. So in my opinion, so there is a background to this nazm. So it's important for us to understand that background. So the background goes like this. So we human beings, we have a mind. Okay, so we have a mind, and mind is as we know that it's very powerful. Mind and intellect, you can say, it's very powerful tool that we have, human beings, and then we can we can explore universe. Okay, we can solve equations, we can do a lot of stuff with our mind. We can understand how things work around us. So it's a very powerful tool. Okay, it can go deep into the universe. Okay, it can search deep into the universe, and possibly if there are other universes, we can try to think of those, using this mind's intellect faculty. So it's a very powerful tool. But on the other hand, what we learn from our religion, from our Quran, that mind is also prone to attacks by some other creation. So there is shaitan. Okay, and then there are the little shaitans, is chele. So our mind is also prone to attacks. So they cannot really get a hold of our mind, but still they can poke. And the way they poke is that, so let's say there is a, so it's in the form of images, I would say. Okay, so sometimes we close our eyes, or with open eyes even, so there is a thought, there are some images that are flashed in front of us, and then we keep following those. Intentionally we follow those images, and we keep following until it leads to regret, basically. So but some of us, and most part of our life, we live this kind of life, that we just keep following whatever comes in our mind. So we spend our life following those images, and eventually we realize that this was not true, whatever we were doing at that time. So yeah, so mind is also weak as well. Okay, weak and prone to attacks by the other creation that we have on this earth. Okay, and the other ways how our mind can be affected is through constant poking, as I said. So we have all the time these negative thoughts coming in our mind. So basically our mind becomes our leg puller. So we are something, we are a human beings, and then we have this mind, and our mind becomes our biggest enemy in our success. So so sometimes, most of the times it's like that. You cannot do this. It's difficult for you. You are so depressed, you are so dejected. So our mind feeds us with all these negative thoughts. Okay, and then makes us lazy and not doing anything. So again, that's a property of our mind as well. Now when a person takes on this mind, okay, so we are advised that we should purify our thoughts. Okay, what does that mean? That's what it means, that we should not follow, we should even control our thoughts. Whatever comes in our mind, we should filter those thoughts. Okay, and these whatever attacks that they are there on our mind, we should confront those thoughts. And then so there is this struggle between us and our mind. We cannot just follow mind blindly. So this struggle is very important in life. Okay, this is very important in life. And once a person is into this struggle, he realizes this, that so he has to put an effort to end this dominance, constant dragging by the mind. So then he puts effort, and this effort will eventually have a reward. Okay, so the bigger the fight, the the bestest the reward will be. Okay, the reward will be great as well. So the first part of this nazm deals with, and again this is my opinion, and so Iqbal went through, so this is his early nazm, 1912. So, and Bang-e-Dra, so Bang-e-Dra is his first book, Urdu book. So Iqbal was shaping up, in his ideology and in his, um, poetry. So this is his so this is the time when, so, like us, so Iqbal was going through a lot, so your mind bombards you with, different kind of thoughts. So he presents the thoughts, he has written them down, okay, he has penned them down like in a nazm form. So what kind of thoughts were there in his mind, and then he struggled against those thoughts. Struggle means he fought against those thoughts, and eventually he got a reward. And reward for him was amazing, because he defined Muslim. Okay, so Muslim is already, there is a definition, we have it, from our book, Quran, but this definition over the years, people forget it, they just, other, terms, they mix into this main term. Okay, people forget about the definition, the main definition, and they come up with their own, definition. So he kind of renewed it, okay, in this nazm. So first let's read the first part, and then we will go to the second part. So हर नफस इकबाल तेरा आह में मस्तूर है, सीना ए सोजा तेरा फरियाद से मामूर है. So basically now this is mind. So mind is spoken, reminding Iqbal that, so you are har nafas Iqbal tera, you are always, you have all the time worries and cries in your heart, and you're constantly thinking about the situation of Muslims and human beings, and for whatever is around you, okay, and so you have this pain, this agony inside you. नगमाए उम्मीद तेरी बेरब्ते दिल में नहीं, हम समझते हैं ये लैला तेरे महमल में नहीं. So so you struggle with this, you think a lot about whatever is around you, and then you are trying to give hope through your poetry. You're trying to give a message of hope to human beings, that there is a way to come out of all these struggles. But now this mind is spoken again, that your words are not connected to one another. Okay, so the message of hope that you're trying to deliver, it does not have a rabt, it does not have a connection. So that is why, so the mind pokes Iqbal that leave it, you cannot do it. Okay, this is a difficult job, so forget about it. गोशे आवाज़ सरूद रफ्ता का जोया तेरा, और हंगामा और दिल हंगामा हाजिर से बेपरवाह तेरा. So basically the song that you are trying to sing, it's like an old song, and you are trying to sing it in a new times. Okay, this is a new time, and you are totally disconnected from your age. Okay, you don't understand how the world works nowadays, and then you are trying to sing a song which was a really, really old song. Okay, and you're trying to give hope to the people. किस्सा गुल हम नवायाने चमन सुनते नहीं, अहले महफिल तेरा पैगामे कोहन सुनते नहीं. So basically, you are giving this message to everybody, like all human beings, but the thing is that you're the very close friend of yours, friends of yours, so they don't, they're not even listening to your message. Nobody listens to your message. Okay, so who would listen to an old song? Okay, very, very, very old song. ए वराए कारवान खुफ्तापा खामोश रहे, है बहुत या साफरी तेरी सदा खामोश रहे. Yeah, so there's a caravan, you are part of that, but this caravan is all into different things. Okay, they are lazy, they are sleepy, they are tired, and they don't want to walk, they don't want to do anything, and here you are trying to wake them up and trying to give them hope. Okay, so it's like वो नहीं कहते उर्दू में भैंस के आगे बीन बजाना, so there is no point of doing that, so चुप रहे. Okay, stop it. So जिंदा फिर वो महफिल दीरी ना हो सकती नहीं, शम्मा से रोशन शबे दोशी ना हो सकती नहीं. ठीक है, so you have this torch in your hand, and you are trying to show path to, there's darkness out there. Your people are lazy, they are not willing to put effort, and you're trying to show them light and show them path, but you cannot do this. Okay, your light is not enough, and it's not, rabt is not there in your words. And so see how a mind can poke a human being. Okay, so look at the arguments, how strong these arguments are. And then, but a person has to struggle. So Iqbal fought against these thoughts, and when he, so he went into this state, okay, wajad, you can say, and then from that state came the definition of Muslim, which I will translate, which I will do it in the second part, inshallah.